Some part of me has always known that I was gay. This part of me began as a small seed of truth whose existence I can remember recognizing early on as a child in preschool. As a child, this special electric affinity for fellow boys remained natural and unquestioned. It wasn't until middle school that this seed of truth began to transform into poisonous inner hatred. Boys in the locker room and my reflection in the mirror began to change right before me. I stared at both with tremulous confusion and subliminal fear. Of course I wasn't gay. That could never happen to me. Being gay is unnatural. Gays are full of sin. These feelings I'm having are idiosyncratic and transitory. Through the force of God's will and my own, I will be able to turn this sinful lust into its proper heterosexual counterpart. I prayed each night for God to change me. With white-knuckled hands clasped into balls of desperation, I begged and pleaded. God has the power to do anything. If I pray hard enough, He'll change me. My silent shouts and cries resonated solely within the hollows of my heart and mind. It was a secret I had entrusted to God, for I knew that someday I would receive His gift of natural heterosexual inclinations if I prayed hard enough. I spent each of my birthday wishes on the same desire. I wished to not be gay. I internally whimpered annually before the smiling camera flashes of my family around me and the hopeful candles below me. I clawed through each day with growing uncertainty. My appearance began to change along with my demeanor. I hated myself from the core outward. My reflection in the mirror was one of an unknowable monster. Hatred of oneself clouds one's perception of the world and all of its contents. I closed and locked the doors to both my room and my heart. These doors remained sturdily closed until high school began, for it was truly then when others began knocking. I found a closet to stuff my secret into as I opened the doors to let in one of my first true friends. My face would ache when we would talk because of the smile it had been holding. She was the first person to ever call me beautiful. Through her, I established friendships with some of the most important people I've encountered thus far in life. Through her, I was also able to temporarily submerge my secret under a warm wave of happy solidarity, my first encounter with the earnest bliss of sincere friendship. My secret resurfaced with the emergence of the first boy I would ever fall in love with. I mistook the electric camaraderie I felt for him for a form of powerful friendship between two straight boys. I could feel the tingling warmth of his platonic arm around me for months after he had removed it. The irrepressible joy I experienced in his presence turned sour as I realized that there was more to my feelings than just friendship. My secret had resurfaced and began a tidal wave of gray misery that nearly drowned me. My feelings began to consume my mind and soul. I closed and locked the doors to both my room and my heart once again in order to stop my feeling from being expressed. I developed an ineffable love for certain musicians and for running. I would run often in order to escape my feelings. The pounding of my physical heart temporarily shook loose the hateful crust that would envelop my soul as soon as I would stop. I soon realized that I would never be able to outrun my secret, for it was a shadow that was attached to me and could never be severed. I reached a breaking point when I could no longer bear the weight of my secret. The secret became so heavy under these mounds of terrifying love that I could never deny its existence. I realized I could never deny its existence. I needed to tell someone about it. I turned to one of my teachers at lunchtime. The words, "I'm gay," were spoken in third person as my greatest fear became reality. With these words began the slow formation of an entirely new person, the person who says these words today. The reality of my secret terrified me. Its expression turned it from an ethereal haunting to a fleshly demon, one whose face I could not bear to look at. I referred to it as my disease and was certain that it would defeat me. My self-hatred was now palpable and clouded the climates of all those around me. I learned to put on very convincing masks in order to cover up the scars in my eyes. Inside, I fell into a pit of despair that light could not reach. I lived in this pit until I met the person who would eventually become my first boyfriend. I met him one evening in April at a school event. His earnest beauty terrified me. The light that shined from him into the pit in which I lived blinded me and made me close my eyes. The slow climb out of the pit began after our first date, for it was on that night that I received my first real kiss. The climb was long and slippery, but I persisted because some part of me, the one I had been hiding from for so long, knew he was worth it. My feelings for him lifted me out of my pit and into the light for the first time in my life. He provided me with the most valuable gift I will ever receive, one of self-acceptance. I knew that there could not possibly be anything wrong with the feelings I had for him. They were the most beautiful, perfect feelings I'd ever experienced. I began to realize that there truly was nothing wrong with me. The path I traveled to get where I am today was very long and treacherous. The person I was in high school honestly did not believe the person I am today would ever exist. The pain I struggled through to get to this point shaped and strengthened me into someone with a powerful desire to hold the hands of others as they travel down the rocky path of self-acceptance. It breaks my heart knowing that so many other people today harbor the same feelings I used to have. I intend to devote my life and career to helping these people realize the full extent of their perfect, untouched beauty. Each person is perfect exactly the way they are. External influence may corrode this reality. I feel as though it is my duty as a human being to help other human beings brush away this corrosion in order to reveal the light that naturally shines within all of us. My journey through life has only just begun. I continue to grow with every human encounter. My corrosive secret is no longer a secret. It is a reality that I have come to fully accept and love. With a genuine smile on my 19th birthday, I made my first real wish. I've made 3 more real wishes since then, and I look forward to making many more. Thank you.